Hey everybody, this is the first podcast of the Kung Fu Kings of Geekdom.
All right.
My name is Jake Smith. I will be your first host. And over here we've got Hiram Corbett. Say hello to everybody.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. And then we've got James Hallock. He's pretty cool.
Hello, it's 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah, in case you're wondering. So this podcast, we're going to be talking about movies and comics and video games and all that fun stuff. Since this is our first episode, we haven't had ones to talk about movies that have come out recently because a lot of really good ones have come out. So we're going to use this first podcast as kind of like a catch-up. So we're going to talk about the movies we want to talk about.
Yeah.
And then usually we'll talk about ones that have come out that week or whatever, and then news and trailers and all kinds of stuff. And then we've got our picks, our recommendations for the week. So let's just dive headfirst in.
Dive right in.
Dive right in.
I'd like to talk about, if we're reaching far back, about sort of the Oscar movies that came out this year. I feel like it was really good. I feel like last year, in the summertime, it seemed a little bit hopeless for like the big fun movies. Like you go see X-Men, and then X-Men Apocalypse was like alright.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad.
No, it wasn't bad. It was just like, it wasn't like a bad summer.
It was kind of
just
good
like
that people told me it wasn't that good, and I went in liking it more.
Yeah.
You know?
But overall,
what else came out?
Like Batman vs. Superman and stuff
that
like Suicide Squad, though. Suicide Squad. A lot of those movies came out, and like, a lot of them weren't bad, but they were just like not that great. Like they were just not as good as you wanted them to be. And so everyone was like, oh, 2016 sucks for movies. But then all these great movies came out at the end. And
it kind of gave hope for this year, because this year feels like there's going to be a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
There already is. We'll
talk about that.
We'll get there, yeah. But like, my favorite movie of last year was La La Land. I'm sure me and a billion other people.
A buttload.
Yeah. It's a great movie, man.
It's really, like, I remember, James, you were telling me that, like, when, in the Savannah, like, film festival.
Oh, yeah, because you saw it early. James got to see it early.
He got to saw it early with Georgie, and I couldn't see it because I had so much work to do.
Oh, that's.
And then, like, the next morning, I like, talked to James. James was like, Hiram, La La Land was excellent.
Yeah.
And usually, I would take his word for when I would hear that. Like, it's like, when you hear James say excellent, I'm like, this movie's.
James is the harshest.
I'm not that harsh.
Let me tell you, he hates most movies.
No.
Yeah. He thought Shawshank Redemption was just okay.
It was, well, you know.
It could have been better. Yeah. He was like Wes Morgan Freeman.
Was Shawshank really redeemed?
Debatable. We'll get into that later. We'll have a segment called "Is Shawshank Really Redeemed?"
Yeah, stay tuned, guys. There's going to be some good
stuff.
La
La Land was good. I saw it, and I really liked it.
I think my second favorite was Lion, which like nobody saw.
I didn't see that.
And
I would though.
It was so hard to get my hands on.
How'd you watch it?
They make it really difficult for you.
How was it?
It was good.
It's like they were asking you to pirate it.
No. You can't prove that.
You can't prove that.
You can't prove
that. Either here or there.
The movie drove you to do it. That would be,
No, but like, because I couldn't find it. But anyway, it ended up being like it's super heartfelt and like uplifting.
What's it about? Because I haven't heard anything.
It's about this kid who is like growing up in India, and he's like separated from his parent, like his mom and his brother. They're living in this impoverished area in India, and he gets separated from them and ends up miles and miles away, and he doesn't know the name of where he's from, and so he can't find his way back, and he ends up getting adopted by this Australian family and growing up there, and then most of the movie is about him trying to find his way back and find his mom and his brother once he's older and he's Dev Patel.
Oh, and he becomes Dev Patel.
Yeah,
I was about to ask. I was like, you're calling him a boy, and I was like,
no, it's the same. It's the same guy.
Oh, okay.
Even though Dev Patel got nominated for supporting actor, and like I don't know what to do with that. Is he's literally the main character?
I thought he was the main guy.
Yeah, he is the main character.
But is the kid him most of the time, or is it mostly Dev Patel?
It's mostly Dev Patel.
Why is he supporting?
Because they thought he could win. I don't know.
I guess.
But
I will see that though. Great. I will check that out. It sounds really good.
It'll make your heart happy. Unlike the movie
Manchester by the Sea. That's a great segue. I love that movie. That was my pick for Best Picture.
It was good. You get a lot out of it.
The thing is I get why, because some people I know weren't super into it, and I totally get it. That's the thing. It wasn't like, a super fun, uplifting.
It's not
film.
a good time at the movies. Don't bring your parents.
Don't bring your parents.
Don't bring anyone. Watch it alone.
Alone by yourself.
That's what I did. I was like, if I'm going to cry.
Bring your girlfriend.
I didn't cry, but I thought I might, and I was like, I don't want to.
Well, the thing was people kept telling me, hey man, you're going to cry. So I sat there like waiting, like every scene I was like, whoa, here's the moment. I'm going to cry. Yeah. That was not the right time. That made no sense. Anyways, these sound effects throw me off so hard. But I really liked the movie.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't nearly as sad as I thought it was going to be.
No, there's some, like, the thing about that movie is it's a good movie because it has a lot of, like there are some funny parts in there.
Yeah, but it's like real. Like, the subject matter is really sad, but they go about it, like, with Casey Affleck and his nephew and stuff. They go about it in a realistic way.
Oh yeah,
where there's like laughs and he's helping him with girls and all that kind of stuff. And
yeah. I'm just saying, like,
did
Casey
you see
Affleck
it?
won. I didn't see it, but
you should. It's really good.
He won that year.
Yeah,
he did win.
He did. I think he did a really good job.
Yeah. Another sad movie was Moonlight.
I didn't see that.
There's a lot of sad. Well, I
watched Best Picture. Now I gotta see it.
Yeah,
right?
I watched all of them except for Hidden Figures because it was still in theaters, and I was like,
which one's that one?
Hidden Figures is the one about all the ladies who are like secretly worked for NASA, and nobody said anything about it for years.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah. And like I heard that movie was awesome, but I didn't see it. So with Moonlight, it was like I watched it the first time, and I've only seen it.
Yeah,
the first and
many. You will watch it again.
The first and only time. I'll probably never watch it again. To be honest with you. Well, it's one of those movies where it's like it's really good and it's really emotionally powerful, and then you're just like, I'll probably never watch it again. Like I maybe never watch Manchester by the Sea again.
Yeah, and that's funny, but I thought I would feel that way. I was like, oh, it seems like the type of movie I'll watch once. But I watched it. I feel like I would like it a lot if I saw it again.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I wouldn't mind. I mean, Moonlight, I feel like is the type of movie that I could only watch once because it's just the way it is.
I really still need to see it.
And it's all discovering it the first time and all that. But I liked La La Land better, and everyone gets mad at me for saying that. And I'm like,
well, because
people, I don't know.
It's a like social activists like to promote the fact that like it's a huge victory.
I mean, it's an important movie, and it is a good
movie. It's a really
movie.
big deal for that because it's really good representation. But at the same time, it's not right to just shoot another quality film down.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
you know what I mean?
and the people who made both of them have said they're like, well, we like both movies.
Yeah,
like you can like both. You can like both movies.
Yeah, you can definitely like both. And
but who's tearing it down? I haven't heard that.
A lot of people who wanted Moonlight to win Best Picture were like, because La La Land sucks, and I'm like, you can just say you think
it's to your face.
Not to my face. I've seen it on the internet.
Oh, well, you're gonna find any,
Yeah,
but
someone did say it to my face. I'm not gonna say it.
Someone gave me like a ridiculous reason not to watch it. Somebody who hasn't even seen it judged it severely.
They go. Somebody told me they were like, I'm glad Moonlight won because it was the better movie, and they hadn't seen either one of them.
What? Then how would they?
So
that's
I don't
preposterous.
Well, I remember I used to do crap like that, and then
and then be like, that movie sucks, and I'm like, well, you can't know until you've seen it.
You used to call me out on that just to be funny, and I was like, he's right. So that's why I'm trying to watch every Oscar movie.
People only wanted to like. A lot of people only wanted Moonlight to win just because of the fact that not only he's black but he's gay too. It's
Well, I don't know. And I feel like it's a good movie. Like it deserved to be like
it probably
up there
to win.
It did. It did. I mean, It and La La Land
but
were probably equally deserving.
You were like, I liked La La Land better.
Yeah.
And that's a valid whatever.
Yeah,
it's a valid opinion to have.
Yeah. But the thing somebody's shooting it down.
Well, what I'm trying to say, my whole thing here is, I don't have any problem with anyone thinking Moonlight deserved to win over it. I had problems with people saying it deserved to win over it who had not even seen it and who were just jumping on the bandwagon.
And that said La La Land sucked.
A lot of people do that. A lot of people
and it happens.
Do
but
that.
I don't want to get too political or anything. So let's move on.
Well, we're just saying that. We liked it.
Yeah, I liked that movie.
And I like La La Land, and I'll see Moonlight just to see. Maybe I'll love it. Maybe I'll think it's way better than
But like me
La La
personally, like I just...
You like musicals stuff.
I like musicals. For me, I tend to like movies that have not a lot of positivity, but end on end on positivity or have like a good mix, and it doesn't.
A good deal of spectacle.
Yeah, well, not necessarily. I don't need the spectacle. I just need like I like
people with spectacles.
Happy feelings. Yeah, people with spectacles is what I look for. People with glasses.
People with glasses.
Yeah.
But
no.
What other movie?
What other ones did I watch? Fences. Fences, I'm going to make it short and sweet. Fences was great because there was a line where Denzel Washington said, "Where's Corey? Corey in the house?"
In the house. He said that.
And that was a legit line. He said Corey in the house, and I was like, all right, this one deserves to be nominated. And then
the only thing that could have made that better is if they spliced in Corey
Baxter.
Corey
they
Baxter
had him
coming in,
play the character.
and his dad is a chef for the president.
Yeah, they should have had the storyline of that movie. Should have been that Denzel Washington is a retired chef, and his son Corey is played by Kyle Massey, aka Corey Baxter,
aka.
And what else?
I feel like
what else
that would have made that movie 100%.
100% better.
100%.
Well, are those all the best?
No.
Like the big
Hell
picture?
or High Water. Hell or High Water was a lot of fun, but I also feel like it got a lot of that movie was actually really good. Hell or High Water.
Man, I had to see more of these movies because Logan, my brother, told me that Hell or High Water was awesome. He said Fences was pretty good. Logan said the play was better.
Yeah. Well, the thing with Fences is.
I
feel like
they put it on screen.
Well, yeah,
that's what I heard. But
Denzel, like the actors, a lot of the actors,
like
specifically Denzel Washington, he at times feels like he's projecting to an audience, and there's no audience there.
Oh yeah,
like so it's like I felt like he, as a director, he did a good job, but as a director, I think he needed to go a little further and make sure that he grounded it and made it less theatrical and more like real. Because, and then in Hell or High Water. I was watching it with Rachel, and there was a scene, because it's pretty accurate in its depiction of like Southern culture and all that, because, we live in the South.
We know Tennessee.
We
are both from Tennessee. Hiram is not.
Hiram's from Maryland. His opinion means nothing right now.
You don't know the South. All right, keep going.
Yeah, I don't know anything Southern.
I'll join in on that.
All right, but there was one scene, I was like, something feels really off in this scene, and so they're in this diner, and every single person in the diner has a cowboy hat. And I was like, in the South, not everyone wears cowboy hats. There's like if you're gonna, a lot of people wear hats, but there's like baseball caps and other stuff that people wear.
There's so many hats to choose from,
A lot of people.
Only one person wears a cowboy hat.
In farm communities, most people wear baseball caps now. Like
if we're gonna be honest,
But that wasn't even the real thing. Rachel pointed out that,
we're going to be honest, and this is a brutally honest podcast, okay?
Yeah.
We talk about all the heavy-hitting issues, like cowboy hats versus baseball.
But the real thing that was off, Rachel pointed out, she goes, the real thing that's wrong in this scene is that everyone's indoors and they all still have hats on, and in the South, that's like a no-no, especially if you're like the old-fashioned South.
The old-fashioned,
it's like everyone's like, you've got to take your hat off when you go inside. Like where we're from around Nashville, that's not really a thing.
Yeah.
But if you go to really small towns, they'll get really on you.
If Hell or High Water was set entirely in the Nashville airport, then they might all be wearing cowboy hats.
Yeah, because they might all be tourists.
Yeah, they might tourists.
Yeah.
There was such malice. Don't even come to Nashville. But all those movies, at least the ones I saw, because now that we've been talking about them, I haven't watched a lot of them.
Yeah.
To be honest, but Manchester by the Sea was awesome.
Well, there's probably
Molly was really good.
I feel like there's some I forgot, but if I forgot them, then
Suicide Squad was up.
I'll kill you.
So, and we saw that.
Don't make me use this boo button again. I will.
We've used it. Yeah, use it sparingly.
I will.
When I first watched Suicide Squad,
what did you think?
I
honestly
thought
it's cool.
It was kind of okay.
Me too.
But there were so many aspects, and when I saw it a second time in theaters, I was like, "This is bad."
I didn't see it a second time, but it's one of those things where I'll always have a higher opinion of a movie when I first see it, and then if you ask me again in a day, unless it's a really, really great movie, I'll probably have dropped down a little bit. And Suicide Squad,
Oh, okay.
Suicide Squad, I left Avengers 2 and I was like, that was awesome. That was better than the first one. And then after that, I was like, well, it's still a good movie, but it's It's not as good. It's not nearly as good as the first one.
Yeah.
But
I always see it with a friend who's like really fun to see movies with.
Yeah.
And we just have a good time, and it kind of like masks that the movie isn't very good, you know?
Yeah.
Like we saw Batman v Superman together, and we were like, dude, that movie was awesome. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And then I watched it again, and it didn't make me hate it. Like, I don't hate Batman v Superman. I'm one of the few. Yeah. See, that fit. That was good. I'm one of the few people that is like, it's not that bad. Like, but it did, like, the second time I saw it, I was like, oh, I get what people are saying. Which was sad, because I wanted to be like, no, I love it, it's awesome, I'm always going to love it.
But it's hard to defend that movie. Like, it's easier to defend Man of Steel than that movie.
And Man of Steel is a good movie.
Yeah, I still like Man of Steel.
All the people who were complaining about Man of Steel are now like, like
we don't know how good we had it.
Yeah, those were the glory days
of the DC universe.
But
that one film.
Yeah, no,
that was
the
only film in the universe until Batman vs.
Yeah, those fight scenes, man, those are badass. Like, it was the reaction to Superman Returns, like how boring that movie was.
Yeah,
you know, like what? It could have been better. You know, there are always places where it could have been better.
That Russian scene,
overall, the what scene?
The warehouse scene.
Oh, and
Batman vs. Superman. Oh, that was worth the.
That made the movie.
Yeah. Like, I would, like, thinking about that scene makes me want to put that movie back in and watch it. That Batman scene was so good.
It was so
good. It kicked all of the Chris Nolan fight scenes. It kicked their ass.
That's not his strength.
Okay, I have a thing with, like, the Chris Nolan Batman movies.
Yeah,
they're amazing. Yeah. But, like, the fight scenes are not appeasing to look at for me. Like, I told this to Jake. I was just like, the fight scene in when Joker crashed that party looking for Harvey Dent.
Which is pretty cool, like the tension and all that.
The tension was cool, and like the build-up was fantastic as the Joker. But like
the
way they shot it was just horrible to me.
It wasn't horrible. It was just weird because Batman Begins was all close up and shaky, you know. And which was good because it was cool because they were like, "Where's Batman coming from?" You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was good.
But then it was like he completely 180'd, and you could see everything. So it was kind of like, oh, you know, it's just. He's not landing his punches. You know, like you could see where he wasn't landing punches, which was
like in the Dark Knight, like that in particular, he was like it was the camera was literally panning away from Batman.
Yeah,
if you could look.
And what's funny is of the fight scenes, that one, and the one where they're doing the strobe lights.
Yeah, I hate it.
I like that.
Batman's disco party.
Yeah, of those. I'm saying is of the fight scenes in that movie, I did like those two.
You did?
And so. the cop sells everything. But the strobe light one, I thought was one of the strongest ones.
Really?
Which is not saying anything because they're all kind of, they were all kind of weak, the fight scenes.
Well, yeah, I mean, they were trying to mask the fact that, Christian Bale doesn't
The car chases were cool, though.
Oh, you're saying Christian Bale didn't know how to fight?
Well, I mean, like, that's usually how a lot of American fight scenes are shot. They're like, the actors don't really know how to do actual martial arts, so they use stuntmen and they use
Finn Jones.
A lot of cuts.
Yeah. But they did it the wrong way then, because Batman Begins they cut in a lot, and then The Dark Knight they just decided to like show too much.
You've shown too much.
If he doesn't know, you shouldn't show a lot.
You're saying they did a better job of hiding his stunt double in the first one than in the second one.
Yeah.
Like they're either too shaky, too close, or too far away. Too far away, or cuts away from the action.
Yeah.
Or too slow. Those are usually the problems with American fight scenes. Yeah. Which is the reason why the people love the raid so much and like.
Oh, dude!
What are you? Hey, wait a second. What are you hating on America?
Overlay it. I know more movies. We're gonna keep having sound effect breaks, like pause breaks.
But with that said,
you just fill in with sound effects.
With that said, going into Civil War, Captain America: Civil War, which
I
remember
we should
watching
talk about that.
And I remember you being so hyped for it. Like James can tell you. Like I was.
James, tell us.
We were every morning because Hiram and I are roommates. We have like an apartment style dorm. No,
they share the same refrigerator.
Yes,
it's a one room.
But we would both come out of our rooms, and Hiram would be like, "You just started a war," because he was so excited to see this movie.
He would just come out.
And to our disappointment, Although,
you would be like,
while that movie is amazing,
what?
they never say you just started a war.
Yeah, that
and we
was
were
a
waiting
lie.
for it.
That was a lie.
I was waiting for it when we saw it. I was like, you never said it.
These fucking sound effects, man.
I told you the soundboard's a big hit.
Yeah, it's really... We don't know yet, though. How funny would it be if this launched and people were like, oh, I really liked it, but that fucking soundboard, though. And they would have to get rid of that.
Well,
yeah.
they, if you don't like the soundboard, you can show yourself out.
Yeah, out the door. Off the browser.
Yeah,
whatever
you
browser you're using, Chrome.
You what?
Months
That's the wrong one.
That's the wrong one.
Sound effect. But yeah, well, we were talking about Suicide Squad. Yeah, it wasn't as bad, again, like everybody said.
Yeah,
but, you know, it still wasn't good. Like, Jared Leto, man, he let me down. My brother was sitting, and he loves the Joker. That was his biggest thing. He was like, as long as the Joker is good, I'll like this movie. Like, no matter how shitty it is, whatever, as long as the Joker is okay. And he was at the other end of the aisle, and I could feel him cringing when Jared Leto puts his hand in front of his mouth with the smiley face on it, and he goes, and he does the laugh. I could feel the seats. Yeah, I could feel. It took him months to nail that laugh. You did it in 2 seconds. I could feel the seats vibrating with Logan, like getting really angry, and he was upset, like violently upset.
Well, my thing with that laugh is I'm like,
upset.
it doesn't sound like you're laughing. It sounds like you're doing a Joker laugh
or something. Yeah,
yeah.
You're having trouble.
If you
breathing.
laugh
You have
like that,
asthma.
you should see a doctor.
Yeah, well, he should probably see a doctor.
Remember that part where Joker was like, all that something?
Well, he
like,
did, but then he fell in love.
You get your hurt.
He
He
was
sounded
like-
like Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
in that
he
movie.
was acting too much like a mob boss. You know what I mean? Like he's too mob
I guess
bossy.
I was cool with that take they wanted to do.
I liked it, but he was too much like that.
But the thing is I felt like at least his voice. I get him acting like a gangster, but at least his voice. They were trying too hard to make it kind of like his bad imitation of Heath Ledger mixed with his gangster thing they were trying to do.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, if you're doing your own thing, these crazy tattoos, just go with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the thing with DC lately. Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's the thing with DC is they keep not being able to decide how they want to do it. You know what I mean?
Well, they're very reactionary, and
you can tell from that Justice League trailer.
yeah,
which we'll talk about.
Yeah, because it's
we'll
get to it.
Jokes.
But before that,
which is good.
With
I like
Suicide Squad, the stories came out, and you don't know if this is true or not. But
the what?
The stories that came out, we don't know if they're true or not. It was that David Ayer had a different cut of the movie, and they took it away from him and gave it to like a trailer house, and were like, make it fun like the trailers are.
Yeah, so it's like a music video.
Yeah, and so my biggest problem with that movie is the editing. The editing is not good because it feels desperate. Like
after
it feels like they're like
after the 7th like pop song, I was like, oh Jesus! I was like, God. I was having fun at first, but then every scene, every introduction, was a brand new
song.
Every
scene
was
a new
song.
song.
The soundtrack on this movie,
and some individual scenes were like 5 or 6 songs that would only play for like 5 seconds.
Yeah,
at a
5
time.
seconds. They had to
and
pay a lot of money.
Cut them off. Yeah. Warner Brothers spent a lot of money.
I didn't like
trying to make that
Enchantress.
movie
The
fun.
thing was, it's an easy fix. Make Joker the villain. Not Enchantress.
That's what I thought, because Enchantress sucked. Like, she was
lame.
awful, and the acting was terrible.
Yeah, it was weird. It was just a weird way to go.
She goes down into that cave, and she's like, "Look at this." She's an archaeologist, and she's like, "Let me break this thing I just found."
Yeah.
That's like it's like in Arrested Development.
Her CGI dancing was hilarious.
In Arrested Development, when they're digging up, that with Buster, they're digging up that fossil, and it's already dug up, and then he hits it with a pickaxe. That was the Enchantress.
That was basically the Enchantress. I liked her dancing in that movie. That was funny.
Yeah, there were some good some good laughs in that movie, although they may not have been intentional.
Well, I liked the squad.
Yeah, the actors. The thing is that they're like, we're going to make another one, and I'm not against it because all the characters I like. Jai Courtney was good.
Yeah, for once. No, I'm sorry. I love Jai Courtney. He's my all-time favorite actor.
No, I like...
Have you seen Genesis?
This is not a sponsor.
Oh, my God.
Oh, he's so good.
Jai Courtney, not a sponsor. Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. He didn't sponsor
He's
this.
great, not a sponsor.
Here's a message from Jai Courtney. We cut to Jai Courtney. He's like, this is my favorite podcast.
Right, this is my favorite
I always call that
his podcast. Is he Australian?
Yeah, he's Australian.
Well, in that movie...
That's why they let him just use his accent.
Oh.
And he was better. So they should just let him be Australian. In
Genesis is great. He's trying to bang his friend's mom the whole time. It's awesome.
that sounds awesome.
I went back in time and I banged your mom. So.
No, seriously, like.
Well, that's what it is.
John
Connor's like, go back in time and bang my mom. That's what he wanted. That was his whole plan.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's great.
I wouldn't ask.
I love it. He goes in the past and he's checking her out and he's like, damn, John Connor's mom's fine.
I honestly thought that like I always call Suicide Squad the Deadshot Harley Quinn movie.
Oh, I guess
because people love those two the most.
But Boomerang was cool.
I like Boomerang.
Yeah,
like Boomerang.
What do you got? No love for Killer Croc?
Yeah, what the fuck, Slipknot? Rest in peace.
No, I actually have.
What about Slipknot? What about Adewale Ekanoi Agbaji?
That's how you pronounce it?
Maybe.
That was pretty good if it is. You sound confident.
It's an African name.
Yeah.
I hope so.
You forgot the...
No, like, when me and my best friend Kareem, we were looking at it, and, like, we were looking... Like, this was my second time.
Friend,
yeah, I thought I was your best friend, Hiram.
What the hell?
Okay, alright, look, we don't... I dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah.
But I was watching with my friend Kareem, right? And like this is the second time I was watching it.
Acquaintance.
It was that part where
sorry.
It was the part where
cool it. Cool your jets, man.
I'm sorry.
It's the part where Killer Croc was like crawling in the water.
Yeah.
And it looked really silly.
Oh, where he's like, now's my time, when they're like, it's underwater, and he's like, it's my time to shine, and he dives like in, like waddles into the water.
Really shallow water.
That was pretty funny. I looked to my right and I found out he was like laughing, and I could not help but laugh.
That's funny. His makeup was great, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Like,
Oscar-worthy, some people would say.
Some people would say, the Academy would say.
Yeah.
If they were here.
But, I don't want to talk about that movie anymore.
Yeah.
I want it out of my life.
I feel like we didn't even talk about not suicide. We didn't talk about Civil War enough.
Yeah, should we talk about... We can talk about Civil War. That movie's awesome.
Yeah.
There we
it's
go.
my favorite superhero movie of this year.
It was great.
I've watched the movie
it came out last year.
Yeah. I mean, this year just started.
Yeah.
So, stop booming. You're destroying Hiram's self-confidence with those movies.
My self-confidence is already destroyed.
There's nowhere to go but up. Then you applaud that. My self-confidence is destroyed. Woo!
That's ground for applause.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, well, speaking of superhero movies, a movie that came out this year that was really good was Logan. Logan was fucking awesome.
I was so speechless when I left the theater that time when we watched it. I was emotionally compromised. I teared up a bit.
Yeah, dude.
Compromised.
I didn't cry, but I felt like... Because the first time I liked it, it was pretty good. I saw it with my brother Logan. I saw Logan with Logan. It was his birthday. We saw it, which is pretty cool. That's his favorite. I saw Logan with Logan. Oh, that's great. And that's his favorite superhero. So, and he had grown up with him, so he did cry at the end. It was pretty good. And I was like, yeah, it's pretty good. And then I saw it with my dad, and it was awesome. Like I watched it again, and I realized all the things that people had been saying about how good it was, you know? So I get the hype, and it was awesome. I still, both times, when he destroyed those Mexican dudes at the beginning of the movie, was like stabbing them and yelling and stuff, dude, that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was like one of my favorite bits of the whole movie. I was like, that's Wolverine, man. Wolverine doesn't do like flips. Like that was the thing about like Origins, where he's doing like flips and chopping ladders. I'm like, dude, that's not Wolverine. Wolverine's not known for chopping ladders.
Yeah, I feel like Logan's a really good movie for like the overall landscape of superhero movies, because we were sort of getting to a place where people were like, oh, it's all just about save the world, this, that, whatever. And I'm glad when movies like Logan come along, because it proves that like comic book based movies are not all the same sort of thing.
Aren't the same.
And I mean, not to say that like all of them have been, but like you can do something drastically different.
Yeah, they don't all have to be world-ending stakes.
Yeah, and they don't all have to be like beat 'em up. Like Civil War wasn't world-ending stakes, but it was still like a huge spectacle. And a lot of times they feel like they all have to have at least that spectacle. Like even Deadpool,
they have to have that video
game
type feel to it.
Like Deadpool was smaller scale, but it still had like a big battle at the end, even though it was less characters.
Logan was like very human. That was the cool part about it, and that's what I got the second time.
Because
the thing that The only thing I didn't like was the cheesy bits. Like the most X-Men-y bits were the parts that I wasn't as into. You know, like the kids' powers were kind of goofy to me.
I thought they were cool.
You know, but the second time,
cool.
well, the thing is the first time I had an idea of what I wanted the movie to be, and then after I accepted that it wasn't exactly what I wanted, I could enjoy what it was, and it was way better than what I thought it could be. You know, do you know what I mean?
That makes sense.
Yeah. And then I liked the kids at the end, and I got what that meant. Because Wolverine in the comics has always been a mentor to people. Like, in the comics, he always has Kitty Pryde or Rogue or whoever, and having him be the father, the father figure to the
Well, I
girl
think he
and the
should
father.
also, he's also got to have some doggy pride, too, though.
Some doggy pride? What does that mean? What is doggy pride?
I was making a pun about kitty pride.
No, but
I totally did.
One of my favorite instances in that entire movie was in the forest scene where that whole badass scene where he was like mowing down like the.
Yeah, wait, which one?
At the end.
Oh, dude, the one shot of him through the woods.
Where you hear
and he lunges and he wrecks those dudes.
Yeah, where the kids are in danger and then you hear him yell from the distance.
That
was the coolest.
There was one fat black kid. And everyone knows what I'm talking about.
Where he's just booking it through the woods, man.
And the way he was running almost ruined that scene because it was so damn funny.
Dude, I love that little kid had no backpack. He was just had his shirt on. He brought no provisions with him to last him. Whatever.
I was laughing so hard. Yeah, he didn't carry anything. It was just him in his shirt.
Like it was him in his shirt and his pants, booking it, and he was like, "Oh, I'll be fine for months out in the woods." They were like, "Dude, you should bring some food." And he was like, "I'll just live off of stored body weight."
There's a deleted scene. They're like,
"That's horrible. That's so mean."
There's a deleted scene where like, "Dude, I think like." Here, just like I made a sandwich. Do you want it? No, I'm good.
No,
do you want like an extra pair of pants? No,
this is good.
No
for
pants.
Me. I like this striped.
I like this shirt though.
Yeah, you look like that kid from Hook, that little lost boy who's feeling Robin Williams' face.
Yeah, the kid who goes, "Who's the shrub?"
That's that kid.
He is that kid.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Hook's great.
But yeah, Hook is good. R.I.P. Robin Williams. You should do the death toll.
No,
you should do the death toll sound. Do it.
That was way too soon.
R.I.P. Robin Williams.
I couldn't bring myself to it, man. I like Robin Williams.
No, I love Robin Williams. God. It's still a death chime.
Oh my fucking god!
It doesn't make him not dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like he's like you can't make him more dead than he already is. It's been almost 3 years.
Yeah. Let it go. Let him go, James.
You know. Okay, side tangent here. I never thought he was that funny on stage. I always thought he was.
All right, Hiram.
I thought he was funnier on the screen. I thought
Hiram,
he
I
was
swear
funnier.
to God.
He was better
Hiram,
in movies, in my opinion. I didn't like his style of stand-up.
Yeah, I don't like his style.
But not to tarnish the man's reputation.
Yeah, no. I think he's a talented guy.
Yeah.
You know, I love Robin Williams. My mom's like, that's my favorite comedian, and like,
well, your mom's crazy.
Hiram's mom is a saint.
Shout out to Hiram's mom, though. We love you.
I love my mom.
Yeah, she's okay.
I love my mother. All right, let's go.
Yeah, what's next? What else should we talk about?
So, I think now we should probably move into...
Star Wars?
Oh, crap.
Star Wars.
Oh, how
sorry.
all right.
Totally jumped right
Let
over
me
Star
tell you a
Wars.
story about Rogue One.
Rouge One.
And how it has my favorite composer ever. If you're going to be listening to this podcast...
Oh, my God.
If you're listening to this podcast, you're going to hear me talk about Michael Giacchino.
Mikey G.
Giacchino.
Listen, for years, I called it Michael Giacchino.
And that's his name to me because I don't care as much.
But I found out I was mispronouncing it, and if you're listening to this, Michael Giacchino, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but from here on in...
But I'll probably do it again.
We're doing it, it's Michael Giacchino. It just sounds right. You know?
Well, at least you... Well...
As long as the
listeners know that I know I'm wrong, then I'll keep pronouncing it incorrect.
Let's do it wrong so that the people who don't watch this first one and they pick up in the middle are like, man.
And then I'll say, you're a fake fan.
Yeah.
did not mean to hit all those buttons.
But anyway, so Michael Giacchino, he had music in the Star Wars movie. So, yeah, cool.
Yeah, so he was brought in, and he only had 3 weeks to do it all, and he did it, and it was...
That's too much time. I could do that.
It was good.
In an afternoon while I'm eating dinner. I could do that. That's not that hard. What you do, James, is you just copy and paste John Williams, and then you're done. Your day is made. And you can go out with your kids and mow the lawn. Yeah, you're good. He's frantically looking for sound effects to play over me. He can't find the boo button.
Is a musical scoring genius. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
He is good. Whatever. I like, you know what? His Lost stuff is my favorite stuff. Because it's more experimental and it's weird.
Yeah.
You know?
It's very Planet of the Apes.
I want them to get him to do the music for like a brand new movie that hasn't had previous incarnations.
That keeps happening to him, and I feel bad because they keep being like, make something new, but also make it the same.
Yeah.
And he's like, what do I do?
What do I do? 3 weeks?
Yeah, and they're like, and you have 3 weeks to do it. And everyone's like, every single, like, people are like, Rogue One's music wasn't good because it wasn't John Williams. I'm like, get out of here. I'm booing people who aren't.
That's why his Pixar stuff is so much better because like the writers actually collaborate with them.
The Incredibles.
Yeah,
that might be my favorite. Yeah.
When the next Incredibles comes out, when I hear that music in the theater again, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna be so happy.
You gotta bring him back for Incredibles 2. That's like
he's already signed on.
Yeah.
It's a done deal. But
Rogue One the movie.
Rogue One the movie, yeah, it was awesome.
It was the first Star Wars that felt like they were in a war.
Yeah,
and it was cool.
And
Donnie Yen fucking killed it, dude. I want a spin-off movie with that guy.
Yeah, I want a spin-off movie with him and that dude because I feel like we didn't get enough of like their friendship. I want to know more.
Well, it was enough for a taste.
Yeah,
I tasted their friendship.
A lot of
that more.
You tasted it.
Yeah, it tasted real salty.
We're going to talk spoilers about Rogue One because if you haven't seen it, I don't know what you're doing with your life.
Yeah, it's been 3 months since that movie came out. Come on.
So, Rogue One,
3 months is like
interesting because like I feel like the weakest part of that movie was like the character development. A lot of the characters, like when they started dying at the end, I didn't
stop doing that. I look so unprofessional when I laugh really hysterically.
It's okay to laugh in a podcast.
Yeah. But I like wheeze. It's that funny. Like I wheeze while I laugh.
But anyway, they started dying, and I kept like a lot of them. I was like, all right. Like Bodhi, who was just like, I'm a pilot, and that's all he ever says. And then he was cool.
He invented
and then
the name,
yeah. Well,
that's his legacy.
He invented the name pilot.
Yeah. No, Rogue One.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
He
said the name. Yeah.
But I still think
Donnie Yen and the other guy were. What's the other guy's name? Do you remember? His friend.
Baze and Chirrut.
Yeah.
He was. Oh crap.
Oh, his name wasn't Donnie Yen in the movie?
He was Chirrut.
Yeah, Donnie Yen was Chirrut in
and the other guy, who's the actor whose name escapes me.
Yeah. I call him "You're welcome" because that was like the first thing he said.
You're welcome.
Yeah. No, they were both cool. They were the coolest.
They were the ones I cared about the most.
Yeah, and the robot.
Yeah,
the robot had a good.
He was cool.
But I feel like that's kind of a cop out in Star Wars movies because the robot,
robot.
Yeah, they're like. If you make a Star Wars movie with a robot that's supposed to be likable and he's not, you screwed up real bad.
Yeah, it's hard, you know?
Yeah, because it feels like that's the easiest thing to get down. Like, I mean, who knows? I've never made a Star Wars movie.
Yeah, maybe you would screw it up.
I probably would.
Jar Jar Binks of robots.
Oh, I definitely would. But,
the camel will fart, and Jar Jar Binks will say,
Pizza!
Can you play the clip from Low Winter Sun, my favorite show?
I know you're not here for the party, which is a good thing because we've already run out of burgers. Damn, those girls can eat. Shut up.
Man, he gets so mad. That's from
Why do we have that?
Catch it on Netflix.
That's like
the whole first season. It was taken away before its time.
Yeah.
Sign our petition. We're throwing it up.
Gone but not forgotten.
We're getting more use out of this. We're getting more use out of this death trap than we thought, man. We were like, where are we going to use that? We've already brought up Robin Williams.
And the Rogue One characters.
And
the death of the show, Low Winter Sun.
3 great uses of the death chime right there. We're getting a lot of use out of this soundboard. It's awesome.
Yeah.
What other podcast has a soundboard this good? You know what I'm saying? Like, you come for the soundboard, you stay for the great conversations.
Yeah.
All right?
Basically.
Yeah,
We're going to push this into marketing real hard.
Yeah. But Rogue One, I really liked it. Like, I liked the main character. She was a little flat. She wasn't as cool as Daisy Ridley.
Yeah. Well, the thing
as a main character.
Yeah, the thing is, with J.J. Abrams and, like, The Force Awakens, which I still like better. I
thought I was going to like Rogue One better from the trailers. I was like, oh, that's the style that I
like its style. I might like its style better.
But I like John Boyega more. I liked...
because J.J. Abrams, the thing that people complain... Like, when people have things to complain about with his movies, which I never do, I don't know why, but for some reason the way J.J. Abrams makes movies, I always leave without complaints. Yeah. And so, I think that if you listen to people's complaints... almost never, though. People never have any problems with the characters because he's really good at it. Like the characters in Lost, I think he had a lot in creating them initially. He didn't have a lot to do with like where the story went, but he's really good at characters and making characters that people want to like get attached to and care about.
But yeah, that movie.
Yeah.
Rogue One was good.
But that's okay that you don't care about him as much because they're only in one movie.
Darth Vader came back.
Yeah, he's fucking brutal.
That's like you think it's
awesome.
over.
That was so good.
Yeah.
He was like what you were saying. He was like the Godzilla of that movie.
Yeah.
Like Gareth Edwards is like in the Godzilla movie, like hinting at it. That was like the Darth Vader of it, you know?
Yeah.
And it was cool. And when he finally, like, you know how you felt when you saw Godzilla the first time, where he finally came out and shot that fire into that thing's mouth. And dude, our theater when we saw that, they crazy.
Flipped out.
Yeah, that should have been the whole movie.
Yeah,
it was Godzilla. It should have been 30 minutes.
And that's why this one worked better because Godzilla was supposed to be the main event.
Yeah,
but he was treated like the cherry on top,
and that's
like Darth Vader was
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why I liked the new Kong Skull Island. That movie was awesome. They haven't seen it yet, but I had a great time to see it.
Boo myself.
You. Yeah, you booed yourself.
Well, I gotta be fair.
Yeah. We gotta have equality. You have equality with the booze. I think Hiram's up like 3 boos.
Yeah.
Boo me, just to balance it out. Yeah.
Alright.
I felt that one. That didn't feel very good, actually. I shouldn't have done that to myself.
Sorry.
Just to pepper it in. But Kong Skull Island was awesome, dude. I went in, I saw it on 70mm film. I went in, I got one of those loungy chairs, the ones that go back with the footrests. I got a large popcorn by myself. Yeah. And
you went alone to this film?
Yeah, I went alone. Do you have a lonely sound? Was it at all?
Yeah.
And it was so much fun if you like big monkeys destroying lizard creatures. If you like big monkeys destroying lizard things, it's so much fun. It wasn't an Oscar movie, okay? It wasn't deep, but it was really fun to see Tom Hiddleston hack at these bird creatures with a samurai sword.
Yeah.
You know? It was fun, and John C. Reilly was great. He did a great job. He made that movie.
I always love John C. Reilly.
I prefer regular-sized monkeys, and the best place to find those is segue in War for the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, we're talking news.
We're talking news now.
The news.
Did you saw that trailer, right?
I did see that
War
trailer.
For the
new Wolf for the trailer.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I offered you peace.
Dude, when Woody Harrelson cocks that's the moment I like. When he cocks the gun back and you're like, oh shit, he's going to do something to Caesar. Man, that was cool. That trailer was great.
Those movies are better than they deserve to be.
What, Hiram? What?
I didn't want to be monkey racist, but there were some shots I couldn't tell. Is that Caesar? Or...
Ooh.
I like we have a laugh track so the audience knows when to laugh.
Yeah.
They're like,
is Hiram funny?
Is Hiram? I can't tell. We'll make sure the audience knows you're funny, Hiram.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to say some offensive stuff just to get the audiences going.
Yeah, to get them to pay their ears to perk up.
Yeah.
Yeah, while they're making their breakfast. But yeah, dude, that trailer was great.
Yeah. That trailer was really good.
That franchise is like way better.
It's getting way better.
Yeah,
it's better than the original
franchise,
except the first one. The very first one's the best, right?
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen the original Planet of the Apes? That's another boo for me.
That's another boo for me. No, I haven't seen it.
The original, the original Planet of the Apes?
Never seen it.
The original, like...
Planet of the Apes, like...
No.
Back in the day.
I've seen Rise of the Planet of the
No,
Apes.
no, Charlton Heston.
No, I know.
Oh, you haven't seen that one? That
No,
one was like
definitely
what
haven't.
started it all.
It's great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
I've seen a lot of the really bad one that with
Which
like
one?
the Tim Burton
one.
Where he comes back in Abraham Lincoln statue's a monkey.
You mean Abraham Lincoln?
Abraham Lincoln. He comes back and he's like, "Where are we?" He's like, "What? No,
What? No, yeah.
what? What?
Apes,
No, man,
no.
we're not. Abraham Lincoln, no."
That was
But
awful.
no,
Yeah,
I'm like
bad.
I'm like low key hoping that they just push this one forward and remake
The story?
the original. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I want that.
Yeah.
Remake
'Cause
the
I think it'd
original
be
because
cool.
the twist of the first one is the coolest part, and now we already know it's
Yeah.
Earth, so it would be cool to just keep going.
I hope
I want
that-
Caesar to meet a new human in a later movie
Mhm.
that changed, or maybe it's not Caesar, it's a different.
I think Caesar's gonna die in this one.
Yeah, probably. As I was talking, I was like, oh, probably. But
Yeah.
then later down the line, the monkeys meet a new human. What happened?
Nothing.
That is a death
The
toll
monkey
sound for
Oh.
Caesar.
The monkey.
Preemptive.
No.
Preemptive death for
We
Caesar.
are. Yeah. But yeah, I hope a new race of monkeys in a later sequel will meet a new human that like changes
Yeah.
their perceptions of humans, and that would change. But in this movie, looks pretty fucking good,
Yeah.
man. I think Woody Harrelson's gonna be better than Gary Oldman because
Yeah, and I like Gary Oldman.
he was pretty good.
Yeah.
I didn't like his forced
You didn't-
backstory.
You
with
didn't like his iPad
yeah,
scene?
I didn't like.
You know what?
That's probably one of the only
Hashtag
things
Team
I like.
iPad scene.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this podcast, please tweet out
Hashtag
Team iPad
scene.
scene.
Gary
at-
Oldman.
Yeah,
At
hashtag
Gary Oldman.
At Gary Oldman, and
At
also
Gary
at
Oldman.
us at Kung Fu
Kung Fu
Kids.
Kids on our Twitter handle.
Yeah.
But Hiram, you saw? Yeah, you liked that, right?
What?
The trailer for that. What was
Yeah,
another
I
trailer?
loved it.
You saw
Uh,
Justice League, Hiram. What do you think about Justice League?
I did. I honestly really. It actually looked badass. It looks
Yeah,
very badass.
it does. There
Yeah,
are parts.
I like with the fact that Zack Snyder's working on it makes me worried again.
Yeah, but
And-
his fight scenes will be good. That's the
Oh
big
yeah, I know the fight scenes will be fantastic.
Yeah, and we know there's going to be a lot of slow mo, and they did have a lot of it in that trailer.
It's mostly slow mo.
But
They literally
I'm sure the
had
movie
Wonder Woman-
won't be slow.
They had Wonder Woman do the exact same move as she did on the trailer of the movie.
What if the fucking?
I have
the
an
whole
inside.
movie was slow mo?
I have an inside scoop that the movie will not be completely in slow mo.
entirely in slow mo.
You know,
Don't ask for my
they did,
sources.
they did the same Wonder Woman leg sweep.
The Wikipedia.
Have you noticed that? They did the
Well,
same.
oh yeah, the leg sweep. That's her signature move now.
I like it.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
Yeah.
And you know what's cool about her is Gal Gadot. Her acting chops we might not think are as good,
They're not bad.
but
though.
her fighting is great. She's
Yeah.
really good so far from those
I
Wonder
think
Woman
she's
trailers.
all right. I don't
Yeah.
think she's bad.
I think
she's
she
not
used
bad
to
at
be
all.
in like the army.
No, she did. Yeah,
Yeah.
she was. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's cool. But she's better than like some people you have to cut around. You
Yeah.
know? Like
Yeah.
Finn Jones and Iron Fist, you have to
Yeah,
cut
he's
around
definitely
him.
around.
That is
Okay.
the second roast of Finn Jones in this podcast.
Well, I'm a little butthurt about that Iron Fist show because it's not as bad, nearly as bad, right, Hiram?
It's pretty
Yeah.
bad, but it's not
It's
as bad.
pretty bad. I love
Yeah,
how
okay,
like,
look,
it's not that bad, right? And he goes,
It's not
pretty bad.
It's not. I say it's pretty bad as in like it's not terrible, but it's like not as bad as like what IGN says.
It's not 14% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah,
Well,
it's not
people-
that bad.
well, I
It's
feel
just
like-
a show. It's like the
Yeah.
CW quality, kind of.
I feel
Yeah.
like the thing that's
Yeah, that's how I
happening
feel.
with that, I haven't watched it yet, so my opinion doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I've got a feeling that what's happening with that is that it's a show that's like just, it's like it's not good, but it's not like horrible. But people are waiting for Marvel to put out something that's not great, so they can be like, "This is the
Metal
beginning of
Sonic?
the end."
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't feel like
Well, because
many people are wanting it to be bad.
no,
At least with Marvel. Marvel people are very forgiving, it feels like. Because Ant-Man it's got a lot of flaws. But people
Well, yeah.
loved it overall because it was fun.
little flaws and
Yeah.
size.
DC feels like people pick them apart more.
Yeah,
But there is more to pick apart. But
they've got something.
There
to
is.
prove.
Yeah, they have way more to pick apart.
Well, Marvel's
At least Marvel has
Marvel's
a formula.
proven that Marvel's proven that most of the time they're good, so you can be like, all right.
But the thing with me, Hiram, about the Iron Fist show is they picked the wrong showrunner and they picked the wrong story.
They
You know what I
did.
mean? Like this cool story of Iron Fist isn't, and I love Iron Fist as a character, his comics, and the cool part of his story isn't him coming back and having boardroom meetings. Like no one
What
reads
are
the
you
comics
trying to
because
say,
they're like,
huh?
man, I can't wait to see him in his natural setting, boardrooms. You know?
Yeah.
They want to see.
You're reading the part which is not in the show. Spoilers, where he pulls the heart out of the dragon.
Yeah, to become the Iron Fist.
And people are reading those pages in the comics and going, "This is all right," but like, what if he was in a boardroom?
Why can't he pull the heart out of a CEO or something?
Yeah,
and gain the power of
gain the power of Rand.
The power of Rand Enterprises or whatever.
He gains the power of controlling the stock market.
Yeah, he pulls it out and they're like, "Wow, he has so many board seats."
he's got majority shareholder status.
Damn it, 51% shit. But they
should. It is 51, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 51%.
It's.
But the thing is they should. I watched the Raid 2 recently. I've seen the Raid. We all watched the Raid 1, and the Raid 2 is one of the best action movies I've ever seen in my whole life. It was crazy. Ooh. And why can't they get like kung fu movie directors to be the heads of a kung fu action show?
That's what I assumed that they would do.
Yeah, that's like the obvious thing to do.
That would be too easy.
Yeah, they were like, that's what they'll expect.
That's what well, you know what they won't expect?
Tremors guy.
The Tremors guy.
Tremors guy.
We got him this time.
That'll knock him speechless.
Haha. All right.
It's not as bad though. I like Finn Jones as the character. He's just, you can tell he can't fight.
He can't fight, and he's like, is Iron Fist always that serious? Like,
he's not serious. He's not super serious.
He's not super serious all the time, but like, there's some sections where he could like lighten up.
He should do more karate chops, right, James?
And Finn Jones needs to do more martial arts training.
Yeah. Well, after seeing John Wick 2, we haven't even talked about John Wick 2.
We haven't talked about John Wick 2.
We can talk about that for days if we wanted to.
All right.
Oh my god.
We gotta be really brief with John Wick 2.
Yeah, John Wick 2 was amazing. Beautiful action scenes. It was so good.
He used
Keanu
the
Reeves is a
spoiler
beast.
Alert.
Yes.
Yeah. After seeing Keanu Reeves, that's the point. Keanu Reeves trains so hard and do so freaking well at that
Exactly.
point.
See, that's the byproduct of like training before an acting role. Like Finn Jones could have did what Keanu did with because Keanu did judo. Like,
oh yeah, he did jiu-jitsu. He did all the stuff to get ready.
Like you can see training.
You can see
that
him working hard to get that stuff down.
Exactly, and it worked, and it pays off amazingly well.
Yeah. But then other trailers, Spider-Man came out, looks great. I like the thing they're doing. They showed a little too much.
They showed a
little too much, but that's like, it's another Marvel movie coming out, so like we kind of know what to expect.
And I like how they explained his costume change. That's cool.
Yeah.
What was there another? I feel like there was another big trailer.
There was a trailer.
Boss Baby comes out this weekend. I'm super excited. I'm super pumped.
There's one thing about DreamWorks that makes
James
me mad.
doesn't like Boss Baby, but we're really clamoring for Alec Baldwin as a baby in a business suit. Now, the thing I don't get, how can he be a boss and a baby?
That's what I want to know.
How is that possible?
That's a real conflict. That's the conflict they're going to have to
Did they use a Yu-Gi-Oh! Fusion card? What? And they use the boss and the baby.
They use
together.
it face down.
Yeah, they use that. That's the only trap card face down. And then what other news was this week about movies? That
they made another. They made like a trailer, the new Stephen King It movie.
Oh yeah, that actually. Did you watch that trailer?
Yes, I watched the trailer. I don't like horror movies.
But he did watch the trailer. Though.
But I did watch the trailer.
Not being a horror fan.
It looked really good.
It actually did.
As not a horror person, because it looks very like Stranger Thingsy, and that might just be because the kid from
the original It movie is, and you would like it. It's spooky, but it's not.
I would like
scary.
it.
Yeah, you would like it.
Like, I don't think you'll like the atmosphere.
Yeah,
because the atmosphere of it.
It's campy. It's super campy, but that's why I like it. This one.
Well, I don't like camping either.
Yeah.
Jay's is killing it with the sounds.
Everyone's sides are splitting at the comedy you're providing. But this one looks like the same story, but the tone will be better than the original. Yeah, I like the original. But those are all the trailers I can think of that came out, and they were pretty good.
Well, they made a new thing for the Pixar's Coco.
What's that?
Yeah, the one that's like the Dia de los Muertos movie.
I didn't even hear about that.
Yeah, it's a Day of the Dead movie. There's a lot of things I've heard about this.
Or Book of Life?
It has a lot of similarities to Book of Life, but I mean...
El Tigre.
I don't want to piss off a bunch of animation kids, but I feel like Pixar is going to do it better because they usually do.
Maybe. Because
but this is like
kids can't really hurt you.
Remember what they did with Newt?
You'll be able to fight them off.
Maybe. Like, remember what they did with Newt, right? And they didn't...
Yeah.
And actually, they probably would do it better. Because, like, remember Newt, and that was canceled. Because, like, Newt had the same plot structure as, like, Blue Sky's Rio. And,
Rio.
Yeah, and we know how Rio turned out. And it was real.
It sounds like a national tragedy. We all know how that went.
It was okay. I'm sorry. Like, it wasn't that bad, but it was cute.
See,
it was colorful
as a bird.
It was cute and colorful. It was a little bit lackluster in the story department, in my opinion. And Pixar probably would have made it better. But Book of Life was already. Book of Life's already great.
Yeah. I haven't
That's
seen it.
Yeah. It's
I'll act like I've seen it to fit in, but
but anyway, I as part of the picks today, because we're going to segue.
Yeah, we got to jump into those.
We got to jump into those.
So what we're doing on our podcast, we each pick something, and the three of us have to read or watch it or play it, video games or whatever. Or else, Zelda was great. We'll just say that really quick. Zelda was great, right?
Zelda Breath of the Wild, fantastic, and I spent religious amount of time with it. All right.
But so my pick this week, who will we start with? We'll start with James's pick.
We'll start with James. Yeah.
All right.
Just to get that.
James, give us what your pick is.
My pick was. Oh, are we doing it, or are we all just going around saying what they were?
No, say what it was. We're going to talk about it.
Oh, my pick was Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Did you get that just for this?
Yes.
Excellent. No, ended. Because whoever did this isn't very good. Just kidding. It was pretty good.
It was pretty good. It was another movie of Eddie Redmayne whispering. Again.
It wasn't Michael Giacchino, right?
No, definitely wasn't.
It definitely wasn't.
It definitely
You can tell him the quality.
No, it's great music. It's really great music. It's James Newton Howard. Great guy. Haven't met him.
Great guy. He's a James.
Really nice guy.
Could be a terrible person for all I know.
But he's a James, so he's got that.
So we immediately have a bond by being James.
So, Fantastic Breasts. So, Where to Find Them, yes.
All right.
Don't ruin my jokes.
So
they didn't find any breasts. That was what I was disappointed with. There was advertising was false.
All they found was a certain actor.
No, guys. No. It's Fantastic Beasts.
Oh, there were a lot of beasts.
Yeah.
I guess it was right. Okay.
So I walked into this movie not expecting for it to be bad, but not expecting for it to be as great as it was. I know not a lot of people, or there are a good amount of people that didn't like it out there. I don't know why, because I feel like this is better than some of the Harry Potter movies. I like this better.
Do that controversial.
I don't know which Harry Potter movie.
The delayed
I feel like I don't know what Harry Potter movie, but I'm pretty 100% sure it's way better than Chamber of Secrets.
Have you seen Chamber of Secrets?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
There's about to be some beef.
I like Chamber of Secrets.
Do you guys want to talk about it?
It's not. It's back in the day. It was like this is the worst one, and then we later got like other ones, and they were like, and people were like, oh, Chamber of Secrets is pretty good. I like Chamber of Secrets. There's a giant snake in it. It's cool, and he fights it with a sword. Like, come on. Like how can that pitch be bad? But Fantastic Beasts, like you were saying about other people, I might be one of those people because I like it a lot. It was really good. It was a lot better than I thought.
I really liked it,
but it wasn't. To me, it wasn't amazing.
Yeah. I don't know. It was. I've told you how I feel about it.
I thought it was a good time.
I've told you how I feel about it and how
it was quite a good time.
Sometimes I feel like I've become like callous and jaded in movies, and in terms of the feeling amazed by something I see on screen, and like even the most amazing visual effects I'll see, and I'll be like, eh. And I feel like it must have been like the way it was directed or the tone or how it all came together, like in the pacing of the scene. made a lot of those things feel amazing to me. Like when he first goes inside of his briefcase and there's a whole world down there. That's something.
That thing of Sorcerer's Stone where it was like, oh, look at all this cool new stuff.
Yeah, it's the same way you feel watching
like
Sorcerer's Stone for the first time. Where you're like, wow, awesome.
Yeah, wow, yeah.
I actually like that part where we go into his briefcase.
Yeah, and that's something we've seen in movies. Like that general idea we've seen in movies tons of times. Like Narnia, when they like roll in and they're like, oh, what's this lamppost? And
this half-naked goat man comes up and he's like, come to my house.
He's like, I'm Professor X.
I'm going to be Xavier in a few years.
Come to my school for gifted young girl.
I have split personality disorder.
That's the story of James McAvoy's life. I'm a bald wheelchair professor. I'm a goat man. And I bend bullets with Angelina Jolie.
Oh no.
The loom of fate. This is the dumbest. It's the stupidest thing. The loom of fate. We read this carpet and we know who to kill. Shut up, Morgan Freeman.
We get a quick boo for the loom of fate.
The loom of fate.
All right.
But yeah, Fantastic Beasts was good. I watched it last night. Oh, what I was saying was I watched it again last night and it was great. It was much better than I...
Better the second time? Because you get to pick up on all the clues.
Because I didn't know it was going to be a bunch of movies. Either. I thought it was one spin-off.
They thought it'd be a 5-feature deal.
Like we've said a lot before, like not on the podcast, but in real life, they need a Quidditch movie.
Yes,
how fucking
like
amazing
a sports movie,
like
a sports movie that's a Quidditch movie, and you have the locker room scene where they're all
like,
"We're losing, we're down, Coach. What do we do?
Coach, what do we do?"
And he's like, "You know what I see in front of me?
Shoot bludges at them.
A bunch of losers.
Just hit bludges at the faces. I don't know." The ultimate technique.
He's got to give them a really good speech, and then they'll rise up and they'll win.
I have an unpopular. I think they should do a Harry Potter wizard dance movie.
Wizard dance movie?
Just because
you're talking about like Step Up?
Yeah,
with wizards.
Just because. just because.
Step Up with wizards.
All right, Hiram's trying to pitch.
Just because there's going to be this one part at the end of the movie, like all dance movies and ever, like in competition is going to be like they stole our moves, yo.
They stole our moves. Who's they though?
Yeah, like they're like their rival team. Every dance movie with a rival team, they always steal their moves.
Hiram,
and it's like
Hiram, flesh this idea out a little bit. Come up with a school name for me. What's the rival school?
What's the rival school
Zimbabweans.
Zimbabweans versus Hogwarts. They are the rival school. They're like they stole our moves and our name, basically.
Zimbabwe.
They've got Grumbledore. It's exactly the same.
They got Grumbledore.
It's the same school. There's no creativity. Fantastic Beasts. Thumbs up. Netflix rating system. Thumbs up.
Netflix rating system.
Netflix's new rating system, for those of you who don't know, will only be thumbs up and thumbs down.
Such a wide margin.
And
The Godfather Part 1, thumbs up. The Godfather Part 3, thumbs up.
Well, are you sure?
No, well, I don't know. A very close thumbs up, like halfway between up and down.
Ant-Man, thumbs up. The Godfather, thumbs up.
Yeah, they're on the same wavelength.
So that's our rating system.
Yeah, thumbs ups.
But I'll give this one a pretty aggressive thumbs up.
Yeah, like through the roof.
Well,
you're blasting your thumb.
It touches the roof.
It's okay.
It tries to break through, and it
caresses the roof.
Quite make it.
And then Hiram, what was your? Well, I'll go next.
Allow me to transition into Jake's.
Damn, those girls can eat. Shut up.
What if after that I went, my pick was Low Winter Sun Season 1. And everyone had to watch it. My pick for the week, can you hand me the...
Is
it over there?
I think it's next to you.
Oh, James had it in his room.
Well.
That's fine, I'll talk about it. No, you can put that down. So my picks of the week, I had 2 picks, because they're comics, so they're shorter, than movies. So I picked, which came out from Image Comics a couple weeks ago, but it's really, really dang good, was Extremity by Daniel Warren Johnson, colored by Mike Spicer. And this comic book was awesome. I picked it up. I was at a random comic book store in New York visiting my brother, and I was supposed to get it in the mail anyway, but I picked it up again, so I have 2 copies. And I read it, and it was way better than I thought. I thought it was going to be, the art was going to be good, at least, because I know Daniel Warren Johnson's awesome. Yeah. But then I started reading it, and the story's really cool.
Yeah,
I like where it's going to go.
Took me in, immediately.
The world, yeah.
Yeah, I really liked it. I don't read a lot of comic books. Either.
Yeah, that was the thing that I liked is Hiram and James don't read them as much as I do because I read them a lot and I draw them.
Right.
I draw comic books.
You make comics.
Jake won't brag, but he's drawn some comics that are in stores, and I'll brag
right
for
now.
him.
Go find them.
This offbeat town.
Hashtag. The hashtag is after.
Yeah, after
you go this offbeat town. Hashtag.
If you're still listening to this podcast, please tweet at us this offbeat town hashtag.
And that's it. Yeah.
But like in extremity, 3 seconds in, I was like, "Wow, this story is extreme."
No. You don't have to laugh, everyone.
No, that was not
just
funny.
because the laugh track's playing.
That was not funny.
No.
But like, I can't say
the laugh track's playing. You laugh, dang it.
Yeah.
I can't say though. Like, it already
simmer
introduced
down.
us to the characters that like have like so much. Like they have like so much baggage to them. You know, it escalates really quick.
Oh, it is. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's cool.
Yeah, because like I mean, like the main character, like Rhea.
Well, I'll just say the plot if you want to check it out. It's from Image, so you know it's going to be good. I love Image, but it's about
not a sponsor.
This girl who's in her tribe who's really, really good at drawing, and then they get attacked by another tribe, like an evil tribe, and they come in and they cut her hand off and they kill her. They kill her mom. Yeah, and that's the beginning of the story. And then we cut to them taking on the rival tribe, and it's really cool. And they're fighting all these dudes with swords. I'm making it sound a lot lamer than it is, but it's awesome. Yeah.
Basically, I agree with what Hiram said, though. It like I didn't think about this until you said it, but it like reflecting on it's just one issue, and that one issue covers an arc that would like
be like a whole series.
Yeah, you could have that take a whole series.
Yeah, and it's got a freaking awesome map in the back.
But it doesn't feel at the same time though. It doesn't feel rushed. You don't feel like, oh, they did too much.
Yeah, no, he's great. It's a good setup. I can't wait.
That was
it's
definitely
a really
a great setup for like a really solid story.
So and the violence,
like the way it ends, is satisfactory, and it's it makes me feel sort of empathy for like the bad guy a little bit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like
I like when he's playing, he's jamming out on his violin and he's making people cry.
He's so good that he makes people
cry. Are tearing up.
Yeah,
and they're not just like a little bit; they're streaming down their faces.
I want to be that good at something.
Yeah, and he's doing it in his bathrobe. Yeah. And then they attack him, and he's in his bathrobe, and we're like, "Man, this book should be called The Bald Guy's Bad Day."
Yeah, you should. You're like bald guy has a rough day.
Yeah,
make that into a movie. Have Paul Giamatti in it
because he gets caught.
Big Fat Liar. Big Fat Liar is basically bald guy has a rough day.
With a monkey.
That's basically what
featuring monkey.
Frankie Muniz.
Yeah, dude.
That
Frankie
is basically
Muniz.
what I was
Rest
implying.
in peace, dude.
I was so glad that James got it.
But Extremity was great. My other comic pick was Space Riders #1, which is written by Fabian Rangel Jr., which I forgot to credit on my tweet. Sorry about that. Yeah, at first, and then I changed it. I'm sorry. And then it's drawn by Alexis Zarette, who's really good. And it's done by Black Mask Studios, which I've been making really good comics. But dude, did you like it?
Yes,
Space
I loved
Riders,
it.
Galaxy of Brutality.
I definitely loved it. It's one of those goofy like it's very goofy. Like the scene, like the dialogue is very.
The one where they're like, "We'll eat the refugees."
yeah. I loved how like insane it was. Like the dialogue was so ridiculous.
Yeah, because I've read the first arc of Space Riders and I loved it. I just gave them the first issue of this one without the first arc, and it's fine. Like you don't need to read which is cool. You don't need to read the first one. But it's super crazy,
pretty much good.
pulpy science fiction. It looks like Jack Kirby type stuff. It's great. It's so good, and it's fun, and it's got this great like paper texture on it where it makes it look like it's old and crinkled, and that's one of my favorite parts of it. And the art's great. Yeah,
the art's fantastic.
It's so good.
I honestly have nothing negative to say about it.
It's fun.
It's just fun.
Yeah,
like, it's not like serious.
Like it's goofy. It doesn't take itself too seriously.
Yeah,
so it's like it.
You really need to read the first arc. There's this great bit where the monkey character is super religious, and he keeps trying to bring up his religious views to the captain. And there's a part where he goes, "Is it time to talk about my religious views?" And he goes, "Nope." It's like my favorite line. Well, yeah, those two are really good. Go check them out. They're awesome.
Definitely
more comics.
I love
Everyone needs to read more comic books. So, Hiram, what was your pick?
My pick was more arbitrary than both James and Jake. My pick was My pick was Rush Hour 2.
Yeah, nice, bringing it back in the day.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Dude, I didn't know you had that. James is screened all of his sounds for me, and he totally caught me off guard with that one.
I kept that one to myself. I wanted it to be a surprise.
That is perfect.
Dude, I loved it. I haven't seen it. I watched it today. Rush Hour 2. Yeah, you love that movie.
Yeah,
right?
like the critics, like it had like a low rating in Rotten Tomatoes. I'm like, why?
That's every comedy though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like it was the monarch of my childhood. Like you know what's funny? Like we weren't allowed as kids to watch
Jack and Jill. Jesus Christ.
They really didn't give Jack and Jill a
chance.
Yeah.
He's playing a woman. He's being brave.
He's playing himself, but wait for it.
And his sister.
He's also playing his sister.
Yeah, his twin sister.
That's an acting
His twister. All right, keep going.
Oh no, I meant to say like as kids, like we weren't allowed to watch Harry Potter. We were allowed to watch Rush Hour 2.
Because of the witchcraft.
Yeah, and
That's
like I watched Rush Hour 2 more than any other movie I've ever watched in my life.
Really?
Yeah, I watched those so many times.
That's a lot.
It was way good. Like the fight scenes are great.
It's just a fun
Jackie
time.
Chan's fight scenes,
Yeah,
it was
Jackie
hilarious.
Chan.
Dude, I laughed out loud. I was kind of half watching it for a little bit, but I was sucked in when Chris Tucker starts trying to speak in Chinese, and he's totally wrong. And Jackie Chan goes, you just told him to take out a samurai sword and to shave your butt. And he's like, what?
He's like, I said that?
Shut up with that laugh track, man. To shave your butt. It was great the way he said that. I love Jackie Chan, man. You showed me Drunken Master last year.
Yeah,
he's so
I remember
good.
that.
He's a genius.
Drunken Master's great.
But yeah, Rush Hour 2. Yeah.
Rush Hour 2. Yeah, it's definitely...
You like that, right?
The Spy Next Door.
The Spy... Oh, dude, I wanted...
Spy Next Door.
My parents made us go see that, and I ducked out and watched Kung Fu Panda, the first one, instead, and it was way better. And Logan and Sam had to watch The Spy Next Door.
Don't hate.
Yeah.
Spy Next Door. Have you seen it, Hiram?
I'd rather not see it.
I've seen it. I believe. I have vague memories.
It's the pacifier with Vin Diesel.
But with Jackie Chan.
With Jackie Chan.
That is a one-up. I like Jackie Chan more than Vin Diesel.
Yeah. And I think there's a part where, like, the neighbors... Oh, man, I can't remember, because I think the neighbors in the... I might be thinking of the pacifier.
But anyway,
see what I mean?
But anyway, Rush Hour 2 is great.
It's a great time.
But Rush Hour 1, though, which one's better?
Rush Hour 1 has the better story. Like, has a better solid story.
Well, Rush Hour 2 is funnier.
Rush Hour 2 is funnier, and it's more ambitious, easily.
Yeah.
Because you go to more locations, and, like...
Man.
They do more with Rush Hour 2.
I haven't seen 3. Should I even watch 3?
3 was not very good.
It was like the X-Men Last Stand of Rush Hour movies.
It kind of was. And I think it came out the same. I think it came around the same time as X-Men 3.
Oops. That was right next to the death toll button.
Oh.
But yeah, like I mean, I love the chemistry of both of them. Like they do a lot more things with Rush Hour 2 that you didn't really
I like Rush Hour 2, man. It's so funny.
It's
Well, those are our picks for the week, and we're going to go ahead on this first episode and just say what our picks are for next week that we'll talk about next week, so if anybody wants to watch or read what we're recommending, you can catch up with us. So I'm going to go first. My pick is for a movie based on a comic book, a very, very low-budget movie. They just put it on Netflix, which is awesome, because, you know, I paid for it when it came out.
Sucker.
And I feel like as a Netflix movie, it's much better. But there's a movie called Officer Down, which is awesome, and it's got flaws. It's not the most perfect movie, but it's awesome, and it's based on a comic book. Go check it out. We're going to be talking about it next week. Okay.
Okay.
So now, James, go for it. What do you?
Well, I'm torn.
No.
Well, I wanted to have my pick be the live-action Power Rangers because I know we're all going to see it tomorrow.
Well, we'll end up talking about it anyway.
Yeah,
we are.
My other option was to talk more in depth about Rogue One because that's coming out on Blu-ray, and we can actually sit down and watch it again.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? What should I go with?
Go with Power Rangers.
Go with Power Rangers. Okay.
Yeah, because we did. If you had told me that beforehand, we could have done less on Rogue One.
Yeah. but it's fine.
But it's fine. Power Rangers. We're all seeing it, too, together.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun.
Yeah.
All right, so my pick for next week is Power Rangers, then.
All right, Hiram.
My pick for next week is definitely the new Zelda.
The new Breath of the Wild?
Yeah, Breath of the Wild.
Oh, yeah.
Like me and James
now I have to play it.
Yeah,
awesome.
you got to play it, yeah. So
yeah.
it's a great time. Like, it's a fantastic
Is it like Ocarina?
Huh?
Is it like Ocarina?
It's, I could argue it's better.
Really?
Well, like
that was like I love that game. I didn't play a lot of Zeldas, but Ocarina of Time I played that game like crazy.
Yeah, I've never beaten it because I had
Beat it? Don't
I've never beaten it because I had it on an emulator. And my emulator was so janky, and I would get to a certain point in the game, and then it would just freeze every time.
At the same point?
Or it would just start to get so, like, frame-droppy that you, like, couldn't do it.
Yeah. But, yeah, Breath of the Wild.
I mentioned it because, we didn't talk about video games as much.
We will next week.
And, yeah.
That's a good idea.
My pick, yeah.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, if you came here to hear about video games, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
For this week.
I like how they found out at the end.
Yeah.
They're
waiting the whole time. Yeah, they're going, well, it might be next.
Super Meat Boy.
They're going to bring it up next.
Super Meat Boy. Oh, yeah, I just
Hiram spent all of his money on that.
They're going to talk about Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
Now he had 43 cents to his name, and then he lost it.
Yeah.
And then I gave him $1. I bailed him out.
Yeah, the great Jake Smith bailout, where he gave him $1 and bailed him out.
I was at 43 cents. I was negative 43 cents in my bank account.
Wow. And you were like, gotta have another moon pie. You were like, I can do it. Please send moon pies too, and then we put in our address.
Oh yeah, we're gonna. If you have,
Hiram needs a moon pie for his birthday. His birthday is April 24th.
If you have, Hiram's birthday is April 24th.
Okay,
send him moon pies.
We don't have.
All right, if you have access to moon pies, please get in touch with us via our Twitter account.
Fry moon pies in an envelope, seal it up, send it to Hiram.
Send us a direct message via Twitter. Via Twitter DMs. And
tell us meeting spots. We'll meet up with you. Pick up those moon pies.
The shady the alleyway, the better.
The shadier.
For next week, we'll talk about our picks. Also, we have an email account, don't we?
Yeah, we do. It's Kung Fu Kids Kung Fu Kids of Geekdom at gmail.com because I screwed it up. I typed too fast, and we're the Kung Fu Kids.
You were typing so fast
that
by the time you realized you made a mistake, you had created the entire
podcast.
The entire thing. You're like, oh no, I've created the entire email account.
Whoops, I made a whole email account and a podcast.
Yeah, so feel free to email us literally anything, and we'll read it on the show.
Yeah,
we will not screen these. We'll read them live.
Yeah, and even if... We'll read them and we'll act like we get mad because we didn't screen them, but then we'll go ahead and read them.
We'll read them again, though.
Yeah, we'll yell at somebody.
Definitely read them again.
But, all right, well, that's all we have time for this week on this on Kung Fu Kids of Geekdom.
Yeah, where can they find you, Jake?
You can find me at Jake Smith Art on Twitter, and then you can also find me Dragon of Mayhem on Instagram.
And you can also find in stores.
Don't plug my stuff.
I'm trying to. I'm proud of you, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Oh, man.
All right, well, keep going then.
Tell them. Well, I don't know what the issue number is.
Oh, okay. Well, Okay. I'm in Spook House, which is like a little kid's horror comic, like Halloween horror comic. It's like cutesy. It's really fun. It's out in stores. I'm in issue 3.
Yes.
And then my comic book, This Offbeat Town, I'm working on right now. The first issue is in some stores. Very limited. Like 2 stores. Well,
go to your local comic store.
Yeah, if you ask them for it, maybe they can find me and order something.
You tell them to give Jake Smith a call.
Yeah. Or you can just send me money, like skip the middleman.
And get nothing in return.
You just send me money. Yeah. All right. And then where can they find you, James?
They can find me. They can find me on Twitter at FoolsPajamesMuzz.
Pajamesmuzz? Is that really?
It's not. Yes. It's not.
Really?
Yeah, that's actually my Twitter account.
Oh, he's not joking.
I thought he was making a joke.
And on YouTube at Fool's Pajamas.
Yeah.
You're gonna find some old videos on there.
Oh, I can plug James. James, that's his production company he's starting.
Yeah.
Hit them up, hire them. It's going to be good. In a few months, right? Good.
Yeah, in a few months we're going to be starting up if you need any corporate wedding videos, music videos, any of that jam. Anything that involves pressing record on a camera.
Yeah.
Hit me up.
And Hiram is starting his own adult video store. It's opening up soon across town.
Selling novelties.
They're going to have all of the old classics, the hard to finds. You know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love my porn.
Where can they find you, Hiram?
They can find me at Harigity on Instagram. Definitely.
Yeah.
And also April XXIV on Twitter.
That's his birthday, April 24th.
April 24th.
I'm going to change.
He was sending
don't
clues.
change it, though.
I'm very much.
Well, don't change it, because then people are going to try to find you on there, and they won't be able to find you.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to change it.
We'll give them a 3-year buffer to find you.
Yeah,
and then you can change it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's the podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Please tune in next time. Arrivederci.
Yeah.